Hi, group number ones. Welcome to this week's reading. This week we are getting advice from the ancestors, your ancestors, whoever you might picture when you say that or imagine. Okay, so excuse me. There we go. All right. So the card that you guys picked today is this one. It's a beautiful yet haunting image of a woman in white with blood at her feet, a man hanging on a tree in the background. The rune at the bottom is Awaz, the rune of death or transformation or understanding. So, put that card right here. I think it will be a good reminder of what we are here to talk about, or the thing that brought you in. So, I am using this week a newer deck that I now own, the Wildwood Tarot. It is a beautiful deck that has a lot of Celtic imagery. It also has different names for a lot of the major arcana as well as the suits of the minor arcana. So I will try to tell you what the mirror meaning or card is, so that you have a better idea of what's going on. So today I'm just going to do a 9-card spread asking your ancestors for their advice on your current state of being. All right, so ancestors of pile number 1, if you could give me any cards you would really like me to have for this reading. Okay, that one was the particular one. Now we're going to do out the spread. So, all right. Oh, there's one lonely one over here. No, I don't think it was supposed to be part of your reading. So, here we go. I'm going to flip them over and show them each to you and then do the reading, because this reading is really meant to be read all together as sort of like a grid. So I'm going to show you. You know what, I'm gonna pile them up this way so I can show them each to you, and then I will lay them out again. So, here we go. So, the cards that you got, oof, sorry, very reflective today. There you go. The cards that you received are, sorry, my cat's meowing in the background for some reason. All right, you got the 10 of Bows, which is the 10 of Wands in this deck. It says responsibility at the bottom. We then have the 7 of Stones, which says healing. Then we have the 8 of Vessels, rebirth. Then have the 8 of Arrows, wow, 2 8s in a row, which is struggle. And we have the Knight of Stones, which is the Knight of Pentacles or coins, which is the Horse. We then have the Shaman, which is the Magician in this deck. After that, we have the 9 of Vessels, which is Generosity. We have the Moon on the Water, which I believe is the Moon card of this deck. I guess leave your sister alone. And lastly, we have the Pole Star, which is the star card in this deck. Interesting. So, ooh, like this. This has a lot of, oh, here, let me focus back on the cards. This has a lot of stuff in it. So let me just make these nice and take a look at them for a second. And then I will talk about them. So what I'm seeing here is you guys are really on a path of, as this card showed slash talked about, death and transformation. You guys are on a real path of evolution. In the past, I'm seeing a lot of responsibility weighing you down, a lot of struggle, but I still see a generous heart, a generous spirit that wants to give to others. And I'm seeing currently you're in a state of work, whether that's work on yourself or working with others to change. You're really working to delve into your own depths, into your own heart space, into what is hidden within you. And you're taking time and really giving this journey, this like shamanistic, hermit-like journey, you're giving it time. You're giving it the time it deserves and the time that it needs. Because change doesn't have to happen overnight, and it's a real process. So I'm seeing you really sticking to the path and really trying to go forward with this journey of healing, this journey of discovering the self and digging out what is there and what needs to change. And I'm seeing you succeeding at it. This whole side is like the future, is the near future, what is coming for you, and it's rebirth, the shaman, and the star, which is just like a complete transformation of the soul, the self, the mind. It is a walking away from old ways of doing things that may have been harmful in the past, like taking on too much responsibility and finding yourself drowning, and it's really, it's a leveling up is really what it is. This journey, this hard struggle you're going through at the moment to find healing, to find internally what is true and what is false. This journey is really going to pay off. It is going to take some time because change does not happen overnight. And it's going to take a lot of cleansing is what I'm getting from this card in particular. Like when a poltergeist or ghost kind of takes over an area, especially one that had like a violent death or something, it stays for a very long time and often takes many ritual and many cleansing actions to help the spirit to move on. And like, so I'm feeling that there's a lot of taking these dirty, blood-soaked clothes that you are been wearing from your struggle of going up the mountain, and a long process of soaking and putting in soap and really gently scrubbing and then doing it again. And it's a real practice of patience with yourself, of understanding, of self-love. It's a huge practice of self-love, and it's gonna take time is basically what I'm trying to say. But at the end of it, your ancestors are really like, but at the end, you come out the magician. You come out the one with the tools that is able to bring forth what you desire, to bring forth this new energy within yourself to shine bright and to be good for other people as well as for yourself. It's a beautiful progression here of seeing a problem, attempting to heal and nurture and fix it and work on it even when it's hard and dark, and coming out the other side with new prospects, new beginnings, just new, shiny, squeaky new. I'm gonna see if there's any other cards your ancestors would like me to use here. Ooh, okay, one. Oh, I love this. Okay, you got the Three of Stones, which is the Three of Pentacles, which is creativity in this deck. So I'm hearing from your ancestors that like this plotting forward, this working really hard in a consistent manner to promote change, it's gonna be difficult, but if you apply a little bit of creativity to the process, if you find things in the process that bring you joy, that reward you in some way, it's going to make this process a lot easier. Like, I don't like doing laundry, like, at all, but I do like the memories I have of being a kid and helping my mom sort the laundry and fold it while watching some junky judge show on TV when I was little. So the way that I try to get laundry done now is I will turn on some junky TV show and fold laundry. And I normally get all the way through all folding the laundry because I'm holding on to the dopamine of that memory of being with mom and sorting socks. So, like, there's a lot of different methods to create healthy habits. There's a lot of different ways in which people who are neurodivergent or neurotypical use to creatively make hard tasks enjoyable. There's like so many YouTube lists and TikTok lists and all kinds of stuff for any kind of mental neurodivergent person, lists of how to help and how to work with your diagnosis. And there's also ones for neurotypical people. So if you're struggling with staying consistent and staying on task as far as wanting to create healthier habits for yourself, whether that's food or whether that's chores or work or a relationship or whatever it is. If you're trying to establish healthy boundaries and habits for yourself that you've never had in place before, have one, a lot of patience with yourself, and two, try and employ some creativity into the whole process. It will definitely make it a lot lighter of a road for you. Also, the Three of Pentacles talks a lot about working together in a group setting. So if you're somebody maybe that's going through therapy or something like that, working with other people who have your own diagnosis can be very helpful. There are lots of different kinds of group therapy that can be very helpful. It's so affirming to hear other people who have what you have express how they struggle the same way you do, because it makes you feel so much less alone and so seen and so validated. So I would encourage you to reach out to either a group therapy group, or even just like on Facebook or Instagram. There are groups, more Facebook than Instagram. There are groups almost everywhere that have some sort of page that you can read or talk to, or express how you've been feeling on, and people will come back and validate all of those things for you. So working together with groups of people, specifically ones that can identify with you, as well as people who are not, like people who are exactly the opposite of you, who can bring a completely different perspective. And as long as you have boundaries with this person of not talking down to your whatever struggle you're going through, and they come in with loving and caring advice, like I see so much help in receiving different points of view on one issue. So listen to your friends, talk to people, get advice from others, but also remember that your evolution into a shamanistic human is going to require that you learn how to trust your own light, your own intuition. So also listen to that and have compassion and patience for yourself as you go through this journey, because it is a process. Okay? So that's all I'm seeing in these cards. The last thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to draw you a blessing. So I have this deck here, which is the Blessed Bee deck. It is a deck full of blessings. So I'm gonna shuffle it up and see what blessing your ancestors would like you to hear today. I am undoubtedly going to mess up these cards underneath of it, but it is fine. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should shuffle off to the side. Yeah, this is better. Okay. Ancestors of our pile number ones, could you please give me one final blessing that you have for your progeny to help them in this journey? Thank you very much. So you guys have a blessing on a homecoming. Card 44. A blessing on a homecoming. I'm going to read this to you because as of yet, I do not have them memorized. Okay. I don't think I ever will because there's a lot of poetry in this book. But card 44, a blessing on homecoming. A blessing on homecoming. A blessing for a person who is returning home after a time far from their family, friends, customs, and communities. And what I'm hearing from this is you could be somebody who has been isolated from those groups. Like maybe you weren't actually ever away, but because of whatever state you were in, maybe a depression or high anxiety, or maybe you were like just at school or whatever it is, it might not have been a physical separation from family or friends, but it might have been a psychological one of you disengaging from them for quite a while. And now you're going through this process of healing and transforming. You are now reconnecting with people. So it might not have been a physical separation. So just want to clear that up before I continue reading. Okay. Homecoming is often anticipated as a kind of perfection, the imagined cocoon of comfort we visualize returning to, the embrace of mother's arms, the sound of voices you know like your own, the welcoming hearth in front of which the tale that creates family and bonds will be told once more when you return. But often, homecoming can be a collision between the imagined home we foresee ourselves returning to, which is in truth a living thing, and thus have gone through its own evolution during our absence. And likewise, we have changed during our time in the world. And so our coming home can highlight our own new and untested difference. For the returned veteran, the seeing of their old self in the concerned eyes of relatives. For the new mother, holding a child in her arms, her homecoming can be a sense of seeing the home through new eyes. Or the traveler home from a true adventure, coming home can seem ordinary. A return to an unwanted reality of jobs and bills. And to a pilgrim child, coming home can be a time of safety after a chaotic time of self-discovery and hardship. Whatever brings you home, it never brings us back to the same as who we were when we left its borders. For home is another country, a time and a place. And when we drew upon its comfort while on the road, it too was quietly changing. This blessing is for your homecoming, for it to be one which is open to who you have become, joyous in the discovery of the changes you have made willingly, understanding of the hurts that you may have happened along the road, and the paths your journey took you down. May you bring to your home the light of your soul, and let your presence illuminate the home, making it new and warm once again for those who have waited for your return. Let everything be familiar and soothing, yet no longer memory's gift or nostalgia's promise. May home be full of smiles and embraces and warmth, but most of all, a sense of your place being finally filled. Because the truth is that your home was no longer truly home without you, and only your return has filled the void. Let home sanctuary bless you in the safest place on earth, and let the home be filled with the laughter and the love of kin and friend. Until you can integrate who you have become while you were away with who you are now that you have returned, may your homecoming be blessed within the open arms of those who have missed you, and let the rediscovery of you outshine who you once were. A blessing, dear friend, wanderer, on your homecoming. May it bring gladness to your soul. Blessed be. That's really nice, you guys. Yeah, this transformation is bringing you home in some kind of way, and the ancestors are welcoming you back to that home, or to a brand new home that you are just now discovering. And they wish it to be everything that you want it to be. And to accept you as you, which is what I hope everybody has in their own home. So, this is all I'm seeing for you, group number ones. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Thank you for clicking through to the video. I know it's different than normal. Please like, comment, and subscribe, preferably on both videos, because it will obviously help my algorithm. But I hope you all have a blessed whatever, wherever you are, a blessed everything. And I can't wait to read for you on our next reading. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye. Oh, this was Pan. Okay, bye.